Hello everybody, it is Stella from New Hope Wellbeing and we are back with another video. Please forgive my hair, it seems to be a week of complete wildness with my hair this week. Oh well, we're just going to go work with it. So we are back with another video and today we are going to be discussing one of the more minor gods in the Sumerian pantheon, and that is Asalluha. So as I've just said, they are a minor god, and they are the son of Enki and the goddess Ninhursag, who acts as a messenger and a reporter to his father. He is linked with rituals of exorcism, and his cult center was in Kuara. And in Babylonian times, he'd been largely merged with Marduk, as many of the minor gods were, and even some of the more major ones too. Asalluha commanded the sacred art of incantations, purifications, and exorcism. He was the unseen force guiding priests and healers, healing the afflicted and banishing malevolent spirits. He was also known by a few other names, such as Asalluhi, Asalim, or Asanuna, while others invoked him as Asa or Asaliminuna. Sorry, I don't think I pronounced that last one correct at all. These names reflected his deep-rooted presence in Sumerian and later Babylonian traditions. Though his name changed, his role as a guardian of magic and wisdom remained. There are mentions of consorts as well, but which is the correct one is unknown. Some say he was joined with Panunaki, but others linked him to Zapanit, who was also the consort of Marduk. If true, this union may have been a later merging of the myths, as Asalluha faded into Marduk's growing power. Others speak of Ninminhama or Sarapintu, a goddess who stood beside him in the hymns of lamentations, possibly tied to his sacred temple in Kuara. There are no texts naming any offspring as far as we've been able to discover. If he had children, they are lost to time at this present stage. However, when he did become one with Marduk, some scholars suggest that Nabu, the god of wisdom and scribes, could be linked to him in that fashion, as a child in that fashion. Whether this was divine heritage or borrowed legacy, Asalluha's wisdom endured, carried by those who followed in his footsteps. There are no surviving statues or carvings, so it's unknown so we don't know what he may have looked like at this stage. Yet his essence itself, and why we know about him, has lingered in the hymns and woven into symbols of strength, wisdom, and divine authority. Some believed he once commanded storms, wielding thunder as his weapon, and we have a few other gods who also wielded thunder as their weapon in other pantheons around the world. But time has obscured this truth. We could probably take away from what we do know about him that his greatest weapon was his voice, and this is because of the incantations where he bent fate and banished demons. In the Babylonian creation myth, the Enuma Elish, his identity was forever changed. As the gods bestowed power upon Marduk, they gave him 50 sacred names, one of them being Asalluha. From this point forward, Asalluha and Marduk become one, merging as one singular divine force. And I suppose if you think about it, this could probably be like the first instance where polytheistic religions become that monolithic religion as we have in this modern era as well. In a sacred prayer, Ashura was invoked to grant King Hammurabi his divine rights to rule. The gods proclaimed him ruler of the four quarters of the world, a leader beloved by the heavens, and his story reinforced Ashura's role as a deity of destiny and kingship, shaping the fates of rulers through divine will. In the city of Karura, Ashura did reign as the chief deity, and as I said earlier, there appears to have been a temple or a shrine that stood for him, where priests could call upon his name to banish illnesses and ward off spirits, and where his worshippers could journey to seek his blessings, pouring out offerings as well. His name has, however, appeared in other towns such as Nippur, Ur, and Lhasa, where he stood among the divine circle of his father Enki. In Girsu, during the third period, he received offerings, and his presence was acknowledged in the ritual lists. Even in Eridu, the city of Enki himself, his voice was often heard in the sacred rites of purification. While at this present stage there are no grand temples or statues of stone that have been left dedicated to Ashura, his power did live on in words, carved into clay tablets, chanted into darkness before the dawn. His incantations became the foundation of Mesopotamian magic, passed from priest to priest, shaping the art of healing and exorcism for centuries. His influence did not end in Sumer. Later traditions wove his presence into the great tapestry of Babylonian mythology, and his connection to kingship endured. For even in Marduk's name, Ashura's spirit lingered, because you have to remember, when Marduk rose, he integrated in with quite a few of the other gods, and Ashura being one of them. The rituals once dedicated to him became part of the sacred rites of rulers, ensuring divine favor and protection. His prayers, I don't know why I struggled with that word, inspired later magical traditions, including Akkadian, Babylonian, and Assyrian rituals. His role as a purifier echoed in the sacred text of healers, shaping the way ancient civilizations understood illness, spirits, and divine intervention. So that is just a little bit about what I could find out about Ashura. We will be back next week with some more videos. Until then, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll chat soon. Bye!